referee for the second national war of New Zealand. The ball for the final.
Well, Junior, home team.
Yeah, John, it's going to be a good game. Football club obviously unfortunate not to go through to the cup on points last night after 2 good wins, and they'll be looking to make amends for that and have a good showing here this morning.
Well, it's great. It's great when the home team. I know it's always been a struggle usually for football club because guys are at work and everything. They turn up with a good team of players, make it a real competition.
No, it's good, and you play for the Thursday evening. You know you want to be playing in a final under lights, whether it be the Shield, Bowl, Plate, or a cup, obviously. But yeah, I mean the football club boys, as I said, they always struggle. You know, they've got to go home, they've got to go back to work sometimes between games, but it's just a good experience to come up against some big names in this tournament.
That big boy Tiolangi, he's getting honorary membership, is he?
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah.
It's a good team. I mean, I don't know much about this Tigers team actually. North American?
Yeah, I think they're from the US. I think they're like a scholarship or a development side. I think they've been coming for a few years now. I mean, they're not a bad side. They've put some teams close to the line. So I mean, as the years go on, you'd imagine with the progression of American rugby, these guys will only go forward in leaps and bounds.
But the big number one is a real workhorse, carried ball all day yesterday. Really out wide carrying ball. Worked really hard. I think this will be a difficult game for football club. No,
definitely. I mean, the Tigers, they're quite resilient. They D out well, and they'll obviously play the full 20 minutes. But football club will be relying on the fact that they've been playing together quite a lot. Obviously during the season, and hopefully that those combinations from the season will carry them through.
Well, let's just see how it goes. I mean, look, clearing penalty for the Tigers. This will be the first time they have a chance to get the ball. Let's see what they can do with it. I've got money that says the big number one will be carrying off this phase, okay?
Yeah, mate, it's not the best clearance, but they're out of their 22, so I'd imagine they'll be going for an off-the-top ball and try and get it wide here and stretch the football club numbers wide, and then maybe bring it back. The key to 10s rugby is keeping the possession. You've got the ball, obviously. The other team hasn't, so they'll just try and hold the ball for as long as they can and throw it around and try and find a few inroads.
Years of experience as a commentator, when you say you've got the ball, the other team hasn't. That's the sort of thing that the audience needs to know.
It's a comment I always use. It's an obvious statement, but sometimes these are going to be brought to the people's attention.
A horrible game without the ball. You're quite right.
It's good steady play here by the Tigers. They seem to know what they're doing. They're taking it up only in 1s and 2s, not committing too many to the breakdown. They're getting it wide.
A step there.
Good defence by the turf there. Managed to hold up the Tigers player.
They offload out 14.
Oh, just unfortunate. Just the skills letting them the Tigers down there. That was great play from the Tigers. Made a few little breaks. They were patient. They were very patient with the ball in hand, and found that break. And they're running very hard. These guys. It's going to be a very hard team to defend against when they're running at the gaps very hard. You're always going to commit 1 or 2 defenders, and it seems to be playing well into their hands for the moment.
Great mix actually. They've got a couple of big ball carriers that go straight, and then just 2 or 3 phases there. Suddenly they went wide, gap, and the game was broken up. Good defence by football club to scramble.
I was very scrambling defence there. Young Josh Walden from the from the Tigers in Hong Kong club there. He was found wanting there, a few yards short of gas, but as I said, the artificial turf was the best defender on the field there for a few minutes.
Dave Lewis's son in the tight head position there. Not the position he usually plays in rugby, but he's built for it.
He went away to uni and came back a couple of sizes bigger in the shorts. So he must have been a few too many pints in the UK, but he's got some skill, Richie Lewis.
Apparently that was Loughborough that did that to him.
Yeah, it's a good sporting university.
I like to see him get the ball in his hand. He's a big ball carrier.
No, he's a very good player. He's got a lot of skill for a big fella. He applied his trade early on in his career playing flanker. He was, brought up for the Hong Kong under-20s ranks. Then was sort of thrust into football club first team back in the day. Went away to uni, came back, as I said, a couple of sizes bigger. Now he's plays in between centre and flanker. So
lined up wide here. Let's see if they can get the ball across to him. Days are going well, mind you, when the Kowloon players are turning out for football club, isn't it?
it's a combined, it's a Hong Kong effort now. It's not just
It's
club
got
by
to be.
club.
There's no club in town that can put a team out good enough to compete in this without a few extra
Yeah,
legs.
definitely. Good to see a lot of the local Hong Kong boys from the leagues playing in different teams. Obviously now with the South China Tigers being in the global rugby, a lot of these guys are getting a good run out in probably 4 or 5 teams have got loads of boys in it. That's a lovely enterprising play there from the winger there for Tigers. Little grubber through.
Great kick, great chase.
Good try.
He didn't look favourite when that kick went through there, actually. Quick.
No, he showed a lot of wheels off the mark there. Close call here. I think has he got it? Yep, that's great play. He's done well to kick the ball there, despite the attention of the football club player.
Conversion will be a challenge.
I'm gonna put my money on it going wide, but who knows? And he's put it over. There you go.
Commentator's cuss.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do that for him. No, but the Tigers are definitely looking like they really want this. Obviously, if you're coming all the way from the US, you want to come away with some silverware, but the skill level and obviously the pace at which they're playing the game is really sort of putting pressure on football club.
But you've got to eventually run scared of the Americans because they've got the big athletes, and when they do all-round skill for the game, it's going to be quite. I mean, they're great at 7s already.
Exactly.
When they
Yeah.
start getting the 15 skills, they're really going to be a.
No, exactly. I mean, they once all that once they get more of the guys from college, you know, the NFL guys or the guys who don't make the NFL coming back into their system, they're going to be an absolute force to be reckoned with. And I think looking at the 2020 Olympics, they're definitely going to be one of the teams to watch. Especially, I mean, looking on the circuit now, they're leading the circuit. So, you know, once some of that mentality filters down into the ranks of US rugby.
15, you know, there's this tradition in best sport that you played top level sport, and if you weren't top level, you stopped playing by the time you were 24 years old. They've just got to get this club culture going. And keep the guys going. I mean, you're good farmers, great players at 30, 32 years old.
Oh, exactly, and they've got this Major League Rugby now as well, which is a massive thing for the states. So, I mean, I feel, you know, a good US team is going to be good for world rugby. So, but here we go, football club. They're trying to get back here.
Yeah, final comment on that is, as a Scotsman, I can't really be doing with too many more good teams. You know, under a bit of pressure already.
Mate, I'm not going to talk too much at the moment. The Wallabies aren't covering themselves in glory.
The classic ones are doing all right.
That's right. I think we're going to go back to the old boys when they make the Wallabies great again.
That's a great carry for football. If he can get to ground, yeah, he's got a knee. He's got to be released there.
They've got to get this ball wide here, football club. Short ball is taken up short there. Oh.
Good turnover.
Good defence there from the Tigers. Obviously they've got their lead now. They don't want to let go of it, and football club just were sort of isolated a little bit there and couldn't let the ball go. Big nudge. It's not going to go out. Football club need to bring this back with some purpose.
Got guys back behind the ball. He should be looking at this, but no.
And the general rule of play, once you get that ball, there's always 2 passes away. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, the football club, they've got some big boys to carry the ball up there. Probably not the best decision there. You're wasting the ball. I mean, the key to, as I said before, the key is you've got to have possession.
Kick followed by one great kick, actually. That's what's happened there, Junior.
That was just silly play there from football club. There's no need for that grabber. He had ball, good possession, and kicked it away. And obviously the rest of the team didn't know what was going on. And the boys from the US, another, as you said, great kick through, and it bounced up nicely. Is under the posts.
That did some nice phase ball there. Keep it, as I say, do what the US team did, work some phases and then go wide.
Yeah, I think the general mistake a lot of teams make, John, is they get the ball in hand and they sit, so, you know, maybe they're down by 7 points with only a minute to go, and they rush. I mean, there's no need to rush. You've got 10 minutes is a long time in the abbreviated game, and, you know, it's, as I said, the ball in hand is key. So the football club go down 14-0 now. That's
yeah, it's a hard one because with them, yeah, they need to score soon. Well, get the ball back here. They'll get a few phases if they can control it. It'd be great to get a score before half-time, I would think.
No, they want to. I mean, that's what happened yesterday against the Penguins. Football Club stayed in the game by scoring that try when they needed to. So this is one of those moments. Ball goes back to Josh Walden.
That Penguins game was really nearly a sensational result yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, could have been. It could have been. I mean, it's just, again, just those little things, those little 1 or 2%ers that affect them. But the Football Club are throwing it wide here.
Done well to stay in the park there, actually.
Got to go wide here. Just got to play sensible rugby. That's all they need to do. Take the ball up, recycle, get some momentum. And that's an unfortunate knock on there by the Football Club player.
That should be half-time, I think.
That's the half-time. You're right there. And that's
Watching yesterday, Junior, who do you fancy?
Mate, it's it's always hard to pick a winner on day one because you've got some of these top teams that they only play as much as they need to play to get the win. And then they come out fine. I mean, obviously UB, the Gavcar boys yesterday had that loss, but they're a team that always seems to throw it back on the second day. Samurai looked fairly decent. The Classic Wallabies to me look all right. I mean, they played the game very well. They're a team who sort of played to what they had to do. Even though they lost that game again, they've got they got a quarter-final against Samurai, which would be a cracker. But they've got the experience. They've got a few old heads there.
They got some young quick boys and a couple of young steppers yesterday with some great gas that can break the game wide open. Samurai always looked great in the first day, and to me, the second day sometimes, that they don't have that extra that some of the other teams show, but they're always there. They're there semi-final, final.
No, exactly. I mean, you look at it. You can't really. It's hard to in an abbreviated version of the game. It's hard to look past the Fijian teams. And the Fijian Army looked fairly good yesterday. But mate, it's, as I said, like it's these teams who have been here, who've come here like 4 or 5 times. They know how to play at day one, and then they know how to bring it on game 2.
Then the Project Water boys. They came 3 years ago, first time. They came with sort of a big sevens team.
Yep.
Got bullied. Improved last year. This year, all right, the balls bounced for them.
No, I was actually looking. I was actually sitting in the Sportsman's bar looking at them yesterday, and they've got some pretty solid boys there, which is good. I mean, you need that up front, to be able to bully sides or take the ball up and be competitive. But they've also got some wheels out wide. So, I mean, they're a team that could very well do. I mean, obviously, they say you make your own luck, but you know what? Rugby's a funny game, right? It's a bounce of a ball. And a lot of teams yesterday got through on the bounce of the ball, so you've got to take those opportunities when they come, and the teams who take those opportunities best, more often than not, will be the team that comes out on top.
Obviously, wearing the My Name is Donny shirt, it would be great if they could just go all the way.
Oh no, definitely. I mean, it'd be great for them to win that, and obviously great for the I Am Dotty Foundation to get the win. That'd be good.
Anyway, let's see if Football Club can get back in this game. Tigers to kick off, so Football Club should have first use of the ball.
Yeah, Football Club need to get a score on the board early here, get their confidence up. There's nothing worse than chasing, but there's nothing worse than chasing and defending. So. Yeah, the booming voice is Terry Hart there, booming over the loudspeaker, trying to make the enthusiastic crowd on their feet. But there's not that many people here at the moment. But I'm sure as the day goes on, start getting the semi-finals of the competition, the crowd will start coming in.
One criticism of this tournament always been to me on the Thursday night that it's not stock full, because it's great rugby. I think with the public holiday tomorrow,
I think today could be a big day. Definitely a few of the Hong Kong faithful
here we
will
are,
be.
Football Club shooting out wide here.
Oh, that's a tough call. I don't know if he was taking a touch.
He's talking to his assistant referee, we call him nowadays.
Very tight call.
We can see it on the screen here.
He's given it. That's exactly what the Football Club needed. It's 5 points.
Still probably need to score twice though, Junior, because it's a really hard kick out here on the left-hand side.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, to be honest, if he misses this kick or not, they would have had to score 3 times anyway. So, but he'd love to get it over.
Missed it very quickly, I think.
I think that was the ploy. Yeah, you don't want to waste time, trying to side up a kick you're not going to get. So, and they've been given a penalty try, I think, from a head-high tackle. So that goes 14-7. So there you go.
Rugby 14.
So Football Club back in it. That's a great kick there from Natixis.
In the grass, should you? Well, kick off in a game like that, but that's great for them. Playing the 22, challenge for the line out. Anything.
Exactly, it's game on, and it's touch judge has got his, or Football Club, the guy must have touched that, so it's all going Football Club's way at the moment. Although there's a good line out now, which they've done. It's off the top. They want to be pushing this wide. Oh no!
Clean intercept. I don't think they'll catch him.
That's definitely. Oh, hold on. Nope, I think that's a good night. That's a try to the Tigers. An opportunity to try, but as I said earlier, John, it's the teams that take these opportunities.
It looks soft, but it's actually great play with the player reading the play and taking it.
You know what? It was one of those decisions where if he didn't get it, Football Club was in. But as you know, as it happens, he took it, and they scored the other end. So
Need to score 3 more times, but let's see how it goes.
yeah, it's not an easy task. But back to square one. Only 7 minutes to go now, but as I said, 7 minutes and 10s is a long time. And they'll be receiving the ball here, so they'll want to. They'll definitely want to keep. They need to keep the possession here for 2 or 3 minutes, or at least 2 minutes to try and put some pressure back on the Tigers. I think if you keep possession for more than a minute in this game, you'll score a try. So
Tigers have been really good at retrieving their own kickoff so far. One there though, chance.
So they've got to go wide here, Football Club. I've got numbers on the right. Josh Walden takes it up. Take a bit of contact there. You wouldn't like that, Josh. They've got to come wide, Football Club. They've got numbers out here. And again. Oh no, silly pass and silly play there.
But with that, he said it's gone backwards.
Again, they just need to steady ship, Football Club here. Take it up a few times. Recycle the ball and get some momentum. Natixis. Someone's got to take it up. Richard Lewis he needs to get some momentum going here. Bit scrappy in there. It's not looking good. The Tigers are really sticking pressure on the Football Club with the breakdown there, which Football Club don't seem to like, and they've turned it over. It's a great play.
Take though.
Nice far-reaching kick there. It's going to push Football Club right back to their own territory. They need to bring this back with some intention here, Football Club. Static defence. It's scattered. They should be able to sort of make some breaks. They've been very slow at the breakdown. They just need to speed up the breakdown, Football Club, and because the Tigers are committing more than you normally would to a breakdown.
Yeah, so they've got right, exactly.
They've got to come wide here now. Just hands will do it. That was silly. There was three on none there, and he's blown that. Absolutely blown it. But it's okay.
Big ball. No guards. It's quite funny. We've said they've committed too many to the Rock whole game, and there's nobody in there.
That's right. I mean, that's what Football Club needs to look at there. The Tigers are really trying to, give it to Football Club at the breakdown. So that Football Club is an attacking weapon. They need to sort of suck those guys in, and then bring it wide, and they'll make inroads. But it's game on.
What, tons of time yet?
21-14. Are we going to see our first extra time of the tournament, or of the finals?
I think there's more than one score left in this game, Junior. So I think,
yeah, it's 4.5 minutes to go. You'd think so. So just so that people out there know, if it's in the quarterfinals, semis of the final, if it's a draw at full time, it goes to 5 minutes each way, sudden death. So the first scorer will go through.
Which we know tournament organiser Billy Mason does not want to happen.
No, I mean it throws the whole schedule out. Yeah. So, but as you said, I think there's definitely more than one try left in this game.
Football Club just need to put pressure on, see if they can turn the ball over.
Two totally different styles of play. You watch Football Club; they're committing no guys to break down and fouling out. Whereas the Tigers, they're putting 2 or 3 guys in to really put stick it to Football Club.
Things if you're a thinking player in the Football Club, maybe you just have a go to Rock because they're not expecting it.
Well, that's right. Maybe, and you might get a turnover. They're playing very well. These Tigers guys, great skills.
Really good play. Oh, and they've got some wheels in the outside there.
And I would imagine that is going to be the ball game, unfortunately.
Maybe not quite the final nail in the coffin, but it's going to be hard to come back from that. And that was just great, by the way. That was 3-4 big carries up the middle, go wide, find your man in the outside.
That was perfect play. I mean, they've obviously been practicing the 10. They've obviously been playing together and practicing 10s because they've got a good style of play. They know what they're playing, they know their game plan, and they've stuck to it, and they haven't deviated from that, and it's shown them a good stead. So.
Looking at the replay, by the way, the finish wasn't that easy, and a really good fend actually to get in the outside.
No, I mean, and that's part of being a good athlete, right? I mean, it doesn't look like an easy finish, but for him, he probably thought, yeah, I've got this, and he's done it. So, all credit to these guys.
Well, football club got a score basically. Yeah, but as you said, it's not a rush thing. Like if you score in the next 2 minutes, you're going to get one more chance to get back in the game. You know.
No, exactly. I mean, it's not over, but you know, just seems the Tigers have just got a lot of momentum at the moment. I see a couple of football club players there; their heads are down. But no, 2 minutes to go. They get a try in the next sort of minute, and it's all still game on again.
He took a look there.
He had a bit of a Captain Cook. That's pretty much. Tigers have to be a bit patient here, hold the ball.
You see as he flicks it out the back.
Yeah. But I mean, look, they're holding the ball, and they even though they're doing these flick passes, they're regaining possession, and you know, it's working for them. So all credit.
I think actually if they come right, they're another one here actually.
Football clubs seem to be falling off a few tackles here. It's a critical time, and you can see that the frustration's creeping in, starting to give away silly penalties, and that's a great ball there for a try in the corner of the winger.
That was either a great pass or a really bad pass.
It's the same as the early try here for football club when they did that pass. It's one of those things, but as it's funny, it's a funny game, isn't it? When things are going your way, they'll keep going your way, and that just seems to be the what's happened with the Tigers. They've just had the bounce of the ball.
Do it right off. Who's up next, Junior?
That's a great call. It'll be is it the women's? Very organised here, as you can tell. Got papers everywhere. There we go. Just as we've spoken, we've got the Irish Vikings versus Shanghai. So that'll be the fourth quarter final of the bowl. So in the bowl quarterfinals, the winner, obviously, if they win their quarterfinal, they stay in the bowl. The loser will then go down to the Shield semi-final, and obviously the winner goes to the bowl semi-final. So no one's out. They've still got a bit of a chance to play for silverware today, which is a great thing about this tournament. You know, you can lose every game and still win a trophy. Always been one of those sides. They've come a couple of times and been really good and gotten the cup, and then other times they've just been lucky. And I think yesterday was one of those days. So I'm going to say they should probably come out on top against Shanghai. But yeah, as you said, they'll be a big contender for the bowl. I'd imagine they're going to play Tigers if they win in the semi-final, which would be a great one.
There's a tradition here. First game on a Thursday, the Irish Vikings amateur touring.
Exactly. Yeah.
They'll have been out last night, so let's see how if they get through the first game on a Thursday, they go well.
Oh, that's what, you know, as a player who's played this tournament a few times, I've always wondered why they put the top teams playing later in the day, because they're the guys who are at home early, you know, having their glasses of water and going to sleep, and the boys that are playing or they're doing the proper social touring, they're always up at 8:30 in the morning.
I've always had that argument in Hong Kong rugby, you know, when it gets to September and the temperatures are crazy, they put the fat old boys on at 1:30 and the professional athletes come out at 6 o'clock, you know.
Yeah. It's a top-down mentality.
Well, anyway, that's great stepping. I don't think he's got the gas, has he? Well, that's pretty high, the tackle.
High tackle, but I don't think that'll get called, but
he's got the hand out, full time.
And that's the game. So Tigers from the US come out resounding winners, 35-14.
I think maybe that game I don't think it was football club who let themselves down. I think Tigers played well.
No, Tigers came out. They had a game plan. They came out and they stuck to their guns. So actually that was a great play. It's a team that's obviously very well coached, and they know their systems and they know the way they're going to play. So all credit to them, and I really hope they do well.
They'll be in the, as you say, bowl semis. Probably, let's not prejudge, but probably Irish Vikings, you know, on what we saw yesterday. Shanghai are probably really the last purely, nearly social team that come. They've been coming for so many. They're better and better every year. But unfortunately, I remember the story of the Japanese when they first started coming to rugby in the UK. Says we brought 5'8" locks. Yours were 5'10". We brought 5'10" locks. Yours were 6 foot. We came with 2 6-foot locks. Yours were 6'6".
Exactly.
It's the same story, and that's with Shanghai. They do get better and better, but look at the rest of the teams. You know?
No, I mean, I remember playing this tournament probably, it's probably
Did you play
a couple of years ago now.
Did you play in the 2000 bowl final?
I think I did, yes.
I played for the predecessor Irish Vikings. They'd called me in early in the day because I was well past it by then, and they had a good team in the Australian final.